Hey everyone, just gonna do a video about my loadout, my character loadout for the Division. Today is the 7th of April 2016. I just want to do this before the patch and the update drops on Tuesday, just to show where my character is at, and also for me in the future, so I'll have something to reference when gear goes up to level 32. So I'll start with my weapon. I've rolled about a million vectors, and probably like 70 vectors, and this is pretty much the best one I got. 25.5 critical hit chance. The Provident talent I can't use because my electronics aren't that high, but I do have Deadly and I have Fierce. I wish I would have gotten anything for that top talent that I could use, like reload speed, or critical hit chance heals, all those good things, but I'm not going to go through what I should have got because I didn't get it. So out of like 70 vector crafts, this is the best I got, which is a pretty good combo. I wish I would have even gotten armor damage or something like that. But again, this is the best I got. To show you the mods that I have on it, for the scope, I have headshot damage and critical hit chance. I only have a superior flash hider. I do have a blueprint to make a better one with accuracy and a random bonus. Obviously, hopefully I get accuracy and critical hit damage, which is why my DPS is so high, and I'll show you that after. Just have a superior grip, more accuracy and stability, and my mag. I have magazine size and critical hit damage. I wish I would have gotten. I've crafted a bunch of these, and I haven't gotten like 100% magazine size and critical hit damage, which would probably be like 33%. Because currently my mag size is 37, 100% would be 40, and those 3 extra bullets would really work or help out sometimes, it seems like, especially when a crit headshot is like 70,000 damage when it's pulsed for me. Now I went with critical hit damage. As you can see, I have even weapon damage would up my DPS 5,000, and rate of fire, as you can see, would up it to 187,000. But personally, I think rate of fire wastes a lot of bullets, and I think the critical hit damage is actually better than rate of fire. I've been messing around with it, and yeah, I mean, the rate of fire looks good on my DPS, but I still think that the critical hit damage at 35% is better. Um, so that's the gun I use. My secondary, my Caduceus is much better, but I can't handle it. It's just too unstable for me. So I usually use the pecan, just because of the damage of destructive and ferocious. I do have the M1A as a superior sniper rifle that I use quite often too, but the talents on it are crap and I can't use them. So I'm really hoping for a high-end sniper rifle. And then a sidearm, I have the double barrel sawed-off and the M1911, which actually is pretty decent. I got some mods on it, so it's not bad. Double barrel, whatever. It's pretty cool, but nothing really too fancy. My holster, it's got all 3 things on it. The talent I wish could be better, but I do have pulse critical hit damage, and I re-rolled the other one to get a stamina mod, and this is why my skill power is so high. My electronics are crap, but I've got 1421 skill power on this holster, and also on my bag, which I'll get to. My gloves, again, a pretty crappy talent for using a submachine gun, but I do have, and the stamina is really low. When you craft a pair of gloves, it's like 470 to like 5 something, and I got 480. I crafted another pair of gloves last night, got the same freaking talent, but I got really high stamina, but I didn't get anything else for good attributes. On this, obviously, more critical hit chance, more critical hit damage. The turret damage, I never use a turret, but I re-rolled, I think it was like pistol damage or something, and got health on kill, which I'll show in my character after. My bag, again, the talent, not much good to me. Skill power, how often do you use your signature? And it only increases your skill power by 13% when it's active, which isn't long. But again, more skill power, ammo capacity, turret damage, and pulse duration, which is nice, but again, a mod with more skill power and firearms. Also, I have a backpack. Let me switch to my primary here so it'll show those stats. I have a backpack that would up my DPS to 193, and if I equip that other mag on this gun, my DPS would be 200,000. but my health and my skill power still wouldn't be bad, but my health would go down like crazy, which means that I'd have to change a lot of these firearms mods to stamina mods to help balance it out, which I can do. I do have a lot of stamina mods, but not as good as firearms ones, so that's why I'm doing it this way, because I tried it the other way, and it just didn't work with the stamina mods that I had. So I'll go to my knee pads. Credit fine, talent, whatever. It's nothing that really helps with damage. Again, all my talents suck. Everything I craft sucks talent-wise. I have no luck, and nobody drops high end for me. I picked up like 6 high ends, and I've got like 8 days and 3 hours logged into this game as of now. But again, more critical hit damage, bleed resistance, enemy armor damage, which is nice. Shock resistance, I hate being shocked. Ballistic shield, I never use. But again, a mod slot with firearms is critical hit chance, and my critical hit chance is maxed, which I'll show you in a minute. Tactical mass heals 2 seconds heals 2% every second during status effects. You should know by now that that is glitched. So every time I get stunned or anything, I'm constantly healing, which is nice. And I have a bunch of masks if they do fix this to take place of that with better talents. But this one overall is my favorite. Actually, I might even keep this if they do patch it, to be honest with you, because you could always just tear gas yourself or stun yourself and get some health back, you know, in the corner if you absolutely need to or something. But again, health on kill, enemy armor damage, and first aid ally heal, and a mod slot. All those are pretty good. I use first aid ally heal quite a bit. And then my vest. As you can see, it's got a total of 1500 armor because I finally got reckless to increase my damage by 13% and increase incoming damage by 10%. So this upped my DPS from like 165 to 180 with just that talent, because everything else about it was the same. Like, I think I have a higher firearms one. It's hard to tell though, because this one says 646 because of the mod slot. But I got armor, damage to elites, ammo capacity, support station health, and the mod slot. Instead of ammo capacity, I actually had kill XP, and I re-rolled it for ammo capacity, which means I have ammo capacity on this and my backpack. On my backpack alone, it gave me about 828 bullets for my submachine gun, which would be enough normally. If I'm playing with a good team or running around the dark zone by myself, it would be enough because I can always restock. And playing with a good team, you know, they're doing damage too with their guns, so you're not using as many bullets. I don't have a good secondary that I use that much right now. If I did, again, probably be consuming less bullets from my submachine gun. But I played a game on challenging yesterday with a friend who's good, and then 2 random people. And thank God I had the extra ammo because we were doing most of the work, because the other 2 guys either didn't have that much gear or just weren't that good. So that saved me, because I was actually going to re-roll armor or damage to elites to try to get more health on kill, because it would put me at 33% if I would have got 11%. I'm almost wishing that I did re-roll damage to elites, keep my armor, re-roll damage to elites, because I don't think at this point that 7% is very helpful. But so that was a hard choice to make, but that's what I ended up doing, so be it. So that's all of my gear and my guns, and as you can see, my DPS, health, and skill power. Honestly, health at 75,000, I could make it work, but I like the extra. And DPS, once it's over 165, 170, I mean, you gotta have a well-rounded character, I think, and for me, this has been perfect. I've done challenging mode with a group of 4 people that I know, the other 3, and it works great, and I rarely go down. If I play with people of lesser skill or lesser gear, I go down once or twice, but never fully down. I'm always in the spot to be revived. So I think overall, my character's pretty well rounded. Maybe not so much for player versus player, but I try to not do a lot of that anyways. So we'll go to my character just to see my stats overall. As you can see, my critical hit chance is maxed at 60%. Because of the talent that's on the gun. I do have 2 good talents on this gun out of the 3, and my critical hit damage is 168, as you can see, and my headshot damage is 121. I don't think that's reading right now. I think that's probably counting my other gun, because as you know, the stats do glitch. I think it's actually 71%, but I like the talent on my gun of critical hit damage better than, I think it's deadly, which is headshot damage. Because, yeah, the headshot damage is going to up your DPS, but let's face it, you're going to get more body shots than headshots. So I'd rather have overall critical hit damage because it's going to count on the body and the head, not just the head like Deadly does. So that's the way I feel about that. Let's see, all weapon damage bonus is 13%. That's because of my reckless talent on my vest, because I got 13. Damage to elite, 7%, so it's a little bit. Again, that vest, I don't know what I should have did. Health on kill, 22%. And this is why I thinking that I should have re-rolled the vest to get health on kill, which was my original plan before I even got the vest. I was like, I want health on kill to be as close to 33%. You on your full bar of health, you have 3 bars, a split into thirds. So it's 33.33%. So if I would have got it up to 33%, it pretty much would have been a full bar back on a kill, is the way I look at it. But I'm making do with 22, so I'm living with my decision, so be it. Got a little bit of enemy armor damage, so I don't have the talent on my gun for it, but with everything else I do have some. No threat, because I just don't run that on my muzzle or anything. On my Caduceus, though, I think I do. Let's see, my armor isn't bad, 53.42%. I don't know, I guess it could be better. I don't know if it maxes out at 60 also, or what it goes up to, but I'm making do with it, so that's fine. All damage resilience 10, bleed is 100. A lot of shock. I don't like being shocked in this game at all, so I do wish I had more than that. Scavenging 40%. Yeah, I don't even want to talk about scavenging, so that's it, and that's my character. As you can see, like, ammo is now up to 1100 because of the extra ammo capacity instead of 800. So it makes a big difference, and it did for that couple times playing challenging with those characters. So that is pretty much everything. I do have stuff in my stash, like I said, to replace masks and stuff like that, but this is like the best character loadout that I've been able to come up with my crappy luck of picking stuff up. So just to show my submachine gun, so you're seeing 11,000 on a normal and 30,000 on a critical on a body shot. So if I pulse it, you're looking at 40,000, and it looks like 12, 13 on a body shot, and then back to 11 and 30,000. So my crit chance being 60%, when you throw in that pulse, I think it gives you like an extra 8 or something. So it's pretty damn good for the extra damage. And now we'll see the headshot. It's looking like 19,000 and 56,000. That's just normal. That's not pulsed. So I'm doing 19 and 56. Now again, if I had deadly, it would have been better, but my body shots won't. So a pulsed headshot jumps it up to 68. It looked like 20 something and 68. So almost 70,000 damage on a pulsed headshot. The pulse with the damage, obviously, for a skill. And speaking of skills, when I play by myself in the dark zone, I usually do use the pulse with damage and the first aid, which causes overheal. It comes in handy playing by yourself. And I run the defense signature no matter what. When I play with friends in the dark zone, I pretty much run the same setup at this point because we're all pretty powerful. So, but when I play in challenging mode, I've been running the overheal and the sticky bomb with flash grenade to like stun the enemies. I think it's the best thing to stun the enemies, hands down. Better in turrets, better in seeker mines. I think the flash grenade is the sticky bomb with the blind and stuff on it is the best thing to do to stop the enemies. So I'll overheal, stop them in their tracks, shoot the crap out of them, and hopefully other people on my team are doing the same thing. One of the guys I usually run with always uses a pulse, so I don't have to. It's nice both having a pulse maybe in the dark zone or whatever, but on challenging maps, one or two of us running pulse out of the 4, or even 1, as long as the rest of us are stopping people, and I also have the overheal for myself and others. I think it's support station is good too, because the support station has the revive, but you're kind of like limited to a spot. I try to move from cover to cover quite a bit, but also stay near my other teammates. So yeah, I guess that's about it. That's pretty much my log for my character at this